Yo.
Bow, now, now, now.
Yo ass better call somebody.
Bow, now, now, now.
Oh, hell yeah. Say hello to the bad guy.
Very happy with that. Very happy
Yep.
with that.
Oh shit! I had to get that one. I was just like, yo, I'm looking at the light on my camcorder, like, can I actually hit that?
Yeah.
Oh shit! So we are here for episode 77 of Tough Talks with Thili and the Blog. It's probably my wife's favorite episode because I'd say because I'm on it, but no, it's probably because it's number 77. You know what I mean? I know I can get her to tune in, share the link to WWE.com. You know what I want all y'all to do? I want all y'all, all of our good fans, our loyal supporters, and the people who tune in, the handfuls and handfuls of the Blocks fans. I want y'all neighbors and neighborites to share this to WWE everything. Share like every WWE channel that you know about. Share this on there. We want them to know about us. We are gonna have our WWE moments. That's what's up. So yeah. I see it. We are, he is still the reigning, defending, undisputed Tough Talks champion, Thili. You know what I mean? Holding it down, like you're just repping. Don't worry. When we have, like, this is like, I don't know, man. Like I couldn't have lost to a better competitor. You know what I mean?
A more gracious competitor.
I'm not even going to say. Let's not go there.
You couldn't have lost to a more humble human being.
Wow. He says, with his ego taking him off like a dirigible. Oh, man. So, Lee, how's the week going? How's life treating you?
Oh, it is going. It's going. We're, I'm starving now because we were talking about food right before we went live. And
yeah,
if you see me looking up at my screen, it's because I've got the Skip the Dishes page open and looking at all the foods.
That's what's up. I've never really fucked with Skip. You know what I mean? Every time my daughter suggested, every time my daughter suggested, I'm just like, but you have a Skip driver, and then we go.
Well, see, that's the thing, right?
Yeah.
I don't drive. Like, I ain't got a whip, so I gotta either pick a place in walking distance or bus there. And fuck that.
Yeah, nah. I would definitely, in that position, I'd run with it straight.
Yeah, the only thing that's a pain in the ass about it is that Skip drivers tend to not read, at least very well, the little instructions, the delivery instructions that you can write out at the bottom. Because I don't know how many times me and my roommate have, like, I've gotten my little paragraph, my little sentence thing down to a specifically can't fuck this up set of instructions. And it's consistently fucked up still.
I figured you were gonna say that, but I wanted to hear it.
Like,
okay.
If I say side door, go to side door, leave on table, ring doorbell, and you leave it on the steps of the front door and knock on their door.
No.
I don't know how you fuck that up. The front door, for any Skip drivers listening, just so you guys know, the front door is the door that faces the front.
Just in case.
On the front of the house, where the front lawn is.
Yep.
All those things that start with front, that's where the front door is.
Yes.
The side door is that other door that's not on the front, where the front steps, front lawn are, but are at the side of the house where there's a big door and a table that is explained in the delivery instructions. So yeah, it's gotten to the point where you have, like, when you order from there, you get 3 options for like tips. It never goes past the first option anymore. Like, you can go 10, 15, 20 for like an automatic thing.
Yeah.
I'm not going over 10% anymore because it's never right. Like, the one time I had it, I was even outside. Like, I was outside having a smoke. And when the delivery driver got there, he at least came to the side door. But once again, it says leave on table because I'd rather not have my food sat down onto the ground.
Yeah.
And the guy just on the ground and walks away.
No, I mean, oh my dude.
Like, yeah. This is why if any app developers are out there for Skip the Dishes, make it so I can tip them after they've done their job.
That would work.
After they've done their job. The same way a tip works.
Yeah, this, like, all they'd have to do is when it's delivered, like, just send you another notification.
Bink,
do you want a tip?
It's almost like, it's like if you go to a restaurant, you don't tip them when you walk in, unless it's fucking Goodfellas and you're, handing out fucking fitness to everybody to show off to your girl. But, like, you never tip in advance of service.
No, I've never seen it before. I've rendered several services in my tenure, and can't recall. I can't recall an instance where I've been tipped prior to being paid.
No, and that shit happens all the time. And it's the same way on Uber Eats. It's the same way on DoorDash. It's the same way on all of them. Because let me tell you one thing. I've seen, when I was at work one time, when I was working the door outside, I've seen a person have a Skip bag and an Uber Eats bag in their car. So some of these motherfuckers are working double duty and just, like, picking and choosing off, like, what they're grabbing out of the apps.
See, man, like, it's a hustle. Don't get me wrong. It's an opportunity.
It's a hustle. I appreciate that they're doing both, but they better know how to read
and do it right. Do it like, I don't try to do podcasts and write a magazine and then talk about only the magazine on the podcast. You know what I mean? I save that shit for later. Speaking of the magazine, Culture Shock issue 10 is going to be available on Monday. You know what I mean? So y'all need to tap in. I'll have the link available for you the next podcast that we do after this. But just got to put that out there. Had an interview today at the Space with Christy Hales. It was interesting. Nice. Tough Talks is in rotation on Liquid Fire Radio. So, the syndication continues.
Bang, bang.
You know what I mean? Oh, man. I saw that title and I was just like, and then I'm like, no, Block. No. Just bought one. But trust me, when my aspirations sink in and everybody realizes I am the mountain I say I am, I'm going to have a hole. You see the way these hats are? You see the way those hats is? Just under them is going to be some titles and shit. Yep. So, that's what's
up. Titles on titles.
I said when we move to our forever home, I get my wall, she gets her wall. It's in the same room, and we get to put our memorabilia up. So, yeah, it's going to be dope. All right, so let's dive into what's been going on in the WWE.
Do it. I am starving.
Oh man, yeah. Let's get this. Let's see how long it takes us to get this in.
Prepare for a lot of sure dids. It's like so and so Roman Reigns beats Rey Mysterio in a Hell in a Cell match. Sure did. All right, we're out.
Well, spoiler alert! It's not a spoiler. It's a prediction.
Yeah, it was. I mean, yeah, we all knew that one was gonna happen.
Yeah, actually, you know what? I didn't. I still, like, he's the ultimate underdog.
Damn, I wish I would have kept it on the pay-per-view then, so I could have whooped your ass on it.
Yeah. I thought like when he threw him. Fuck it, we'll talk about that later. So speaking of those that we just quick skip through, Nikki Cross defeated Charlotte Flair by countout again.
I'm done.
I'm
I'm done. How many fucking countouts, dude, we have to have again? Like, in the past 3 weeks, there has probably been 7 countouts.
At least 7 countouts and like 3-4 roll-ups.
It's unfucking believable. Like, because spoiler alert, this ain't the only match that ended in a count out this week either.
Oh man, and it isn't. But these matches happen in succession with one of the same in both sessions. John Morrison defeated Jeff Hardy.
Yep.
And then Jeff Hardy defeated Cedric Alexander.
Yeah. So first and most importantly, Cedric's voice still awful.
He started out like
he started great.
Us.
He started great, and then he went back to I don't want to, and I used to look up to you. It's like,
I gotta grow the baby voice.
Bitch.
I gotta grow the baby voice. I gotta make noise. This is what I sound like.
John Morrison and Jeff Hardy put on a fucking fantastic match. Like, they fucking killed it. It was absolute clinic. Starship Pain is such a fucking sexy move.
But if he moves,
so slick.
If he's not careful, he will break his balls on that turnbuckle.
That's why it's so cool.
Like
every time.
Oh my god! Like how do you twist yourself so many times in such a short distance?
I don't understand it. He's a freak. He's a genetic freak. I love Johnny Drip Drip. That fucking dude is so gangster.
The drip.
And then right after that, as we said, Cedric Alexander came out. Grown man baby voice bitched about Jeff Hardy. Said I should have sent him to the retirement home, as if he had the option to do that when he lost the fucking match. And then Jeff Hardy was like, "Oh yeah, okay. If you can beat me right now, I'll retire." After he just lost a match, so he got his ass kicked for a while, lost a match, and then still squashed Cedric Alexander. Alexander got like no offense in. He just straight up squash matched him, and squashed him legit with another crouton. Very, very, very hardcore on it.
Exactly.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, and Jesus Christ. Speaking of squash matches.
And I'm talking literal and figurative. You know what? I'm big boned too, and there ain't nothing
Me
like
too.
big bone. There's nothing. It's not big boned. I just got a lot of love in places where I haven't been loved yet. So, so you know
a lot
what?
of places I haven't been loved yet because they ain't been able to work their way all the way around.
You know what I mean?
So
I'm
big.
telling you. But my girl right here, like, my girl came in and I don't even know her name. Like, I'm like, we need to give her a proper
doing her
name.
dirty.
We need to give her a proper name.
You're doing her dirty. She was in the fucking Mae Young Classic like 2 years in a row, bro. That's Piper Niven, my dude.
Piper Niven. They're not gonna call her Piper Niven in here. Hold on.
Yes, they are.
Okay.
They're definitely gonna call her Piper Niven.
Piper Niven?
That's her wrestling name,
you
man.
Sure,
they're
not going to call her just Piper. Watch, they're just going to call her Piper.
Oh well, okay, no. I mean, yeah, they'll call her Piper or Niven. They're gonna drop one of them probably, but like they have had her. This is what pissed me off when I was watching this more than the fact that Naomi got squashed with no offense.
I was
livid. But more even than that was to hear Corey Graves, who I know paid very close attention to the Mae Young Classic, say I want to know what this young lady's name is. Who is this? I've never seen her. It's like,
wasn't he the commentator?
Corey. I think so. And I'm like, Corey, what are you doing? It's Piper Niven. You know it's Piper Niven. I don't care what Vince is telling you in your ear. Say her fucking name.
Oh my gosh.
So that everybody online isn't just saying, who is that fat chick who beat up Naomi? Like,
you know what I mean? But like the Blue shouldn't have done that. Way too close to a Marvel character's. Way too close to a Marvel character's outfit.
Mm-hmm.
You can't do that. You can't do that.
Yeah.
No.
Can I just say, Jesus, Murphy.
My girl is ripple ripped.
Jesus Christ, is she ever? She's absolutely shredded.
Ripple ripped. Just like, why do your abs have abs, bitch?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Her abs literally have abs. Like she spent her time off just.
And I don't mean bitch in a negative way. I mean, bitch, like, I can't understand the situation, bitch.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, like, bitch, give me your secret.
Like, I got an ab roller I got an ab roller right now. I feel like I should be doing that a couple times more. Cause like, it's just,
insane, man. She is unbelievable.
Her and Charlotte, man, they like she's close. They're close. They're very close.
Eva's just on like a next, like she's legitimately on the, like she's, supermodel status with her fucking everything. Like she's crazy.
Her brand. Yeah.
She's crazy.
Yep.
And yeah, so I love that before. The one thing I did like about the like no name thing for Piper was when Buddy, whoever the Raw version of
Pat McAfee.
No. The Raw version.
Jimmy.
No, not the commentator. The Raw version of Greg Hamilton, the announcer.
Oh. Okay. Yeah.
The guy who does it for Raw. He's about to go, and your winner, and Eva just snatches the mic and goes, and your winner, Eva Marie. Now, I'm also a little bit worried here because we've seen the super hot, thin chick, large girl dynamic in WWE before with Alexa, Nia, and I believe there's been a couple other instances where they don't necessarily tread sensitively on what they're about to do, and I feel like they might do some fucked up shit.
Oh man!
Because when Niven was going over to be, I won! Oh my god, I won! While Eva's taking the credit for it, Eva's face was like, every time Piper hugged Eva, Eva's like,
oh no! I didn't even book that.
I mean, which is fine because if it's just heel tactic stuff, I love it. But WWE has a tendency. I mean, let's never forget, and this wasn't even about a girl who was large. Let's never forget Piggy James and how.
Oh my gosh!
Awful that was.
That was
to Mickie fucking James.
Yeah, she's been a firecracker. Big time.
Sorry, I'm getting that sound again there. Oh, okay.
I said she's been a firecracker.
I'm saying she was never big ever in her life.
Nah.
And like, so yeah, I'm worried. But I'm also cautiously optimistic on some stuff.
Okay. Speaking of things that have been called, you see, this is why I have a hard time doing this shit sometimes, because we'll talk about some stuff, right? And then a couple weeks will pass and we'll forget about that stuff that we'll talk about. and then resonant effects of what we've talked about show up in the WWE. Because I remember a certain Thili saying, wouldn't it be dope if Matt Riddle and Randy Orton became the team RK Bro? And he even said RK Bro. And I said, no. I said, nah.
Sure did.
I said, nah. Yeah. And who do they have to beat? They have to beat the New Day. Why do they have to start a rivalry with the New Day? My team, my dude. From jump. Like, come on, let's go.
So, I mean, just from a writing standpoint, they had to beat the New Day because you have to set them up as a legitimate tag team if you're not going to break them up immediately. And a win over the New Day, like a tag team victory, not just singles match victories, a tag team victory, clean as a whistle, I might add.
I don't know what whistle you're using.
Hey, they never cheated. It was fucking slick. And a win over 11-time tag team champions makes you title worthy. Right?
Yeah. So, I mean, like, it's good comedy. I like it. I like the comedy of it.
Very good comedy stuff in it. They're doing really well with that. But also, this match showed me their in-ring chemistry is off the charts. Like the move where in the thumbnail.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out what that is.
Well, Randy put his hands like in his at his waist.
Yeah.
Like this.
Yeah.
And Matt stepped up onto it and he flipped him over for a Broton.
And that finished the match?
No.
Okay.
No.
Because I wouldn't be wrong. I wouldn't be mad. I wouldn't be mad if that did it, but like.
No, me neither. But it was a RKO.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Bet you Kofi ate another one. Was it Kofi or was it Kofi or was it Woods?
No, it was Woodsy. Woodsy ate the RKO. Yeah.
It's like, I swear, like Randy Orton is their favorite fucking wrestler, and they're like, okay, we'll take turns just eating that RKO.
Yep.
Because since SummerSlam 2019, they've been eating RKOs.
Yep. No, I mean I will guarantee you that Randy Orton is one of both Xavier Woods and Kofi's favorite wrestlers ever.
Yeah.
They love the guy, and they should. I mean, they should. The dude's fucking amazing.
He's legendary.
He's so good. He's been so good for so long, so consistently, that if you're gonna learn from anybody right now that's active in the WWE,
yep,
I'd say Randy's like, I'd say number one, but potentially, you could argue for like top 3 picks for who you'd want to learn from.
Well, there's Randy, there's AJ,
Ray,
and there's Ray. Yeah, yeah, Ray's. Ugh. It depends on what you want to learn.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
I just mean, and the reason I say Randy is because he's so well rounded on everything. His persona and character work is like second to none. His in-ring technical ability, spectacular. And his mind for what goes on backstage and everything, he's been there the most consistently for the longest.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. And then, like, if we're going backstage and you got Hunter and Sean, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Definitely. So, all right, back to the rundowns. Speaking of rundowns, Rhea Ripley ran down Asuka.
Yeah, they had a pretty good match. It was basically just there for a thing to have Charlotte Flair interrupt at the end and attack Rhea. This was probably the most vague they were on who stands tall at the end. But it was definitely Charlotte. I mean, Charlotte was, the one having to be carried away because she was going so hard.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, Yeah, that's something. Okay, well, Alexa Bliss defeated Nia Jax by disqualification. I saw something like that happening. I'm like, Alexa versus Nia, what are you doing? Come on now. I thought we were past that. Speaking of sure dids, Jackson Riker defeated Elias by count out.
Sure did.
You know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking they're just like, hey, if it works once, we might as well do it twice. Because Drew McIntyre defeated AJ Styles by disqualification.
Yeah. Now, this was a little bit more of a, well, I mean, countouts are becoming very classic WWE too, but this was a very classic Teddy Long 6-man play a 6-man tag player.
Because Drew McIntyre and the Viking Raiders defeated Bobby Lashley, AJ Styles, and Omaha. Oh, hold on, you're killing me right now. Oh, he's like, this is a very Teddy Long player, 6-man tag player, tag player. Oh, shit.
I calls him as I sees him.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I mean, also, I just realized this now. I want to point out, you know how usually we have the name of whoever did the rundown? Published this week by a gentleman named first name WWE.com, last name Staff.
Ooh, buddy, you are officially being replaced. It's like when I'm not sure which one of my aliases to use at the end of an article, I put Canadian Literary Society. Oh shit! Look us up, the Canadian Literary Society. It's really just me. Anyways, for now.
But yeah, I mean that the 6-man tag player ended with Drew McIntyre AJ Styles tagged Bobby Lashley into the match against Bobby's wishes. Drew McIntyre hit him with an instant Claymore. 1, 2, 3. Bobby will retain his title.
Can't be mad at that.
No, I'm cool with it.
All right, so we say this every week. Every time you catch us, you got to understand NXT is definitely the nexus where it comes to what's happening in sports combat. Like, you know what I need to see, though? I need to see another fight pit. I need to see another fight pit. The fight pit is dope, but the question is
dope as fuck.
The question is, who do you put in there other than GYV and TT and TC? Ooh.
Yeah, I mean, just make it them again.
Just, you know what I mean? Another
just
tornado
tag. Over and over again. I'm down with it.
They went in, bro. Oh my gosh. So yeah, there you go, Triple H. There you go, Hunter. There you go, Paul. It's the next one. There you go.
Yep. There you go. Another one.
Courtesy of Tough Talks with Thili and the Block, episode 77. Let's get it right.
Thili Khaled. Another one.
Thili Khaled. Bam. Okay, so is this the same? No, June 11th. Was it? No, it's not June 11th. Come on, Block. Get right with it. There we go. June 18th. That's the one. Open in Chrome. And we're just scrolling down to the bottom to find see more. This is courtesy of WWE. Maybe, I don't know. Nah, never mind. Technically, we like volunteers. Okay, so the SmackDown results from June 18th are as follows. Rey Mysterio engaged Roman Reigns in a war of words prior to their Hell in a Cell match.
So a couple things. I was so pissed off because in this segment, he did what I love. Came out wearing that full back mask, the fucking slick, perfect fucking Rey Mysterio masks.
Mm-hmm.
And then when he came out later, he had the fucking open back with the fucking mohawk thing on it again. I'm like, God damn it, Rey, you son of a bitch.
He's probably trying to cater to everybody now.
Yeah, fuck that. Cater to but yeah, I mean, Rey here showed why he absolutely deserves to have another title run, his promo game was better than it's been the entire time since he's come back in this. Like, it was fucking great. It was the cell was kind of like 3/4 of the way lowered. And he was just went off on Roman, talked about Roman throwing Dominic out of the ring, said, get out here right now, you son of a bitch. And then Roman came out and did his calm voice and was just like, I'm going to give you one more chance. Do you really want to do this? All right. I tried it your way, and then walks away. I'm like, okie dokie.
Oh, man.
Go. Like, let's fucking get this going. I was stoked for the match. Like, it was, mind-boggling that it wasn't on Hell in a Cell pay-per-view.
Still.
And there's been no real reports on what happened backstage to make that happen. But it is what it is.
Maybe the head of the table just wanted to sit at the head of his table for Father's Day. Maybe. I mean, of all the fathers, of the two fathers, really, that might want that day off.
I didn't think of that. I didn't think of that. Whatever it was. Whatever.
Well, your boys Apollo Crews and Commander Aziz defeated Big E and Kevin Owens.
Yeah. I've said it once. I'll say it again. Commander Aziz sucks. He's so boring. He's like the most boringest big man ever. He's got no real personality. He just his finishing move sucks dick. And he won with it again.
Oh man.
Like, it's just weird, man. I don't understand. This guy has no appeal. Which maybe that's why Apollo wanted to work with him. He's like, I want to work with a guy that has even less personality than I did before this heel turn.
He has no mic skills.
Nothing. He can't. He's shit on the mic.
He's just big.
Nigerian nail sucks ass. And just annoying. Sammy was ringside. He had a little interruption thing that caused Kevin to get Nigerian nailed in the throat. Which sounds dirtier than I meant it. Now that I think about it, but yeah.
Oh man! And next up was Shinsuke Nakamura defeating King Corbin in a battle for the crown match. Was that our King of the Ring?
I guess so. But Rick, boom!
Kill him with it.
It was the best. It was the best version of Rick Boogs that we've even had this week. He actually played he didn't try to do tremolo picking the whole time. So his guitar playing over top of the theme song actually sounded really good.
Yeah.
But then after when Shinsuke won, they went up to the top of the ramp and Shinsuke sat in the throne, and Rick comes up behind him, grabs the crown, and goes, "Oh yeah!" Put it on Shinsuke's head for him.
Man.
They're my favorite duo right now. Them and RK Bro are my favorite 4 people right now. They're Rick Boots is so fucking good.
That is great. Yeah, I didn't know where they were going with this, but the comedy, they're bringing back the comedy to WWE. I find and it's a good look. It's definitely a good look.
Oh, Rick is a fucking rock star. I love that guy so much.
Definite.
I want to see what reaction he gets in front of a live crowd.
Yeah.
Like, I'm
That'll
really
be-
interested to see how people respond to Rick. I don't know if everybody loves him as much as I do. Like,
That's a good question.
I love the guy. I think he's fucking fantastic. But I don't know if anybody else feels the same way other than
Oh man, Rick Boom.
so good.
Oh man, that is classic. Well, we'll see the next time WWE is in a live setting how that goes. Bailey sent a painful message to Bianca Belair en route to a Hell in a Cell showdown.
Sealing her fate to lose to Bianca Belair on Sunday. Yeah, I mean, this was a very small segment. Bianca came out, made fun of Bailey for how Bianca whooped her ass the week before on Hello or Ding Dong Hello, which she said became Ding Dong Goodbye. Yeah, it was a good little promo from Bianca. Bailey came out and kind of like had she beat her up like without Bianca defending at all. It was very much the thing of like, hey guys, when Bailey loses this week, don't forget she is still very strong. So yeah, I mean, Bailey in jeans is a great look. So I'm excited. This is one of the matches that I'm really, really excited for. Like, I think Bianca versus Bailey is going to be savage.
Speaking of Savage, check out the Savage Circle every Saturday around 7.
Oh yeah. Also, I just forgot to mention about this part. One thing that we were both wrong about on predictions already. Rhea Ripley and Charlotte Flair, not the women's Hell in a Cell match. Bianca versus Bailey is.
Yeah. I
love Bianca. I love Bailey, but that seems weird to me.
Isn't that cultural appropriation, though? You know what?
What?
Isn't that cultural? Like, I'm just saying, like, you gonna lock the colored folks in the damn cell for them to find out?
Okay, I think the word you're looking for is racism, not cultural appropriation.
No, it's not. It might be racism. Though. Yeah, inappropriation. I'm sorry. But I'm saying though, like Vince, I don't know if they realize what they're doing or like if they see the subtle undertones of the. I'm like it's like to me it's blatant, but I read between the lines. You know what I mean? I'm not sure if like your everyday fan is just like, oh my god, look at those color folk beating each other up in the cell. It's almost like every day. I'm just like, maybe I think about this too much, or maybe like the symbolism in art is very real and we just have to speak to it for it to change. Cause like,
I mean, it is what it is. I didn't think of that. The only thing I thought of was this feud seems to not merit a Hell in a Cell match as much as Rhea versus Charlotte does. But
no.
maybe.
Nah. Maybe it's just like intergenerational animosity.
Yeah, same generation though.
From previous generations, they just try to. It's taken us this long to be recognized on a global scale, and it's your fault. You're always doing ratchet shit. No, you're always doing ghetto shit.
Sasha shows up. I'm the one who's always doing ratchet shit.
Take off her wig and just throw it down.
Exactly. Fucks her weave up.
Ah!
Oh my god.
We're terrible, but that's what makes it tough talking to Thili in the blog. We say the things y'all thinking. We say what y'all thinking, but
I'm gonna say fucked up shit. You can't start me on that.
No, man.
I can't be held accountable for what I say.
Look, the way I see it is this. It's just like, there's a lot of people who are too sensitive. If you are going to at me for something that I said, find someone else to watch, please, unless you agree with what we're talking about. Yeah. That's all. You know what I mean? We just
shout out to the girl I was talking to on Tinder for the last week for Too Sensitive. Bye.
oh man. Oh man. The botch guy. That's a nice looking belt. Thank you very much. Jordan,
Hey.
you kind of look like Aaron Paul from Breaking Bad.
Hey, that's racist.
Jordan Jester thinks he says I think Bobby Lashley is going to win.
Yeah, oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, we agree.
Me and you both. Me and you both, sir.
All three of us. All three of us agree on that one. Oh man.
Find 3 people who disagree so we can have a 6-man play a tag play a tag play a 6-man play a
tag 6 player. You know, don't kill me with that. And you know the worst part about it is every time you talk about Teddy Long, my uncle, I swear I'll show when we're done, remind me. I'll send you a picture of him if I haven't already.
Yep. Uncle's got that Teddy Long drip.
Spitting image, Regine, I'm saying the spitting image. I can't look at him without going like this in my head, just like this.
Oh, I love Teddy.
Oh, we got a new subscriber today. Oh man, Bam Jordan Joester 21. Thank you for joining the fold.
Big shout out, Jordan.
Man. Yeah, man.
Welcome.
All right. So we're getting down to the main event, which would have been the main event, but again, Roman Reigns is the main event. He's got a lot. Like when they went down his championship opportunities and like his the dichotomy of his accolades, I was like, holy fuck. Like it's only been like 7 years.
Roman is, I mean, yeah, he's well decorated. We'll say that. Like
holy
the dude has gotten a lot of titles.
Yeah. Like
yeah,
and
a lot of big matches, big place matches, main events of Mania, all like he's undeniable on that level. Like the dude is, carried a lot of weight on his shoulder. Head of the table, indeed.
Telling you, I might have to get the acknowledge me shirt before they stop running.
That's a pretty gangster shirt. I'm not gonna lie. I fucks with the acknowledgement thing.
I was on the porch the other day, and I was just like, honestly, this Roman Reigns character has just, cause like I'm a big fan of The Rock, you know what I mean, and from time.
Oh yeah, of course.
But like, just the dynamic that he has, and I'm sitting there on the porch, and I was vexed. I was just there. And I'm just like, get your Roman Reigns on. I'm just like, these people don't understand, man. They don't understand how much I've done for this community.
Yeah.
I've sat here for years.
Goddamn calm voice.
trying to make things better, not just for me. It's not for me.
For everyone.
It's for everyone. For everybody. I think they just need to acknowledge me.
It's so fun doing Roman Reigns calm voice. That's why every time we recap stuff when we get to the Roman Reigns part, I do it every time because it's so fun to be that much of a cock.
Yep. It's just like, and the worst is like when you talk like that, when someone's like hype like this and you're talking like this, it makes them even more hype. Oh my gosh. Oh man.
100%.
Yep. So Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, that's what I was gonna say. Yeah.
Okay, defeats Rey Mysterio in a history-making Universal title Hell in a Cell championship match.
Yep, the first time there's been a Hell in a Cell match on SmackDown, from what I understand.
Yes.
It was a great match. Rey had a ton of offense. It looked great. Like Rey looked fantastic in this fucking match.
He did.
So, I mean, yeah, I said it before. I would love to see one more Rey Mysterio title reign. The dude is so fucking talented, and he's so fucking good at every aspect of the business. And then, it takes two to tango, and Roman Reigns looked fucking great in there too.
Yeah.
He ended it with with that underarm guillotine, which was sick.
I was still trying to figure out how the fuck he did that. Like he went under his neck and then over his head or some shit like that. Like
Alexei Olenek does a similar guillotine in the UFC. Yeah, fucking fantastic. That is an amazing guillotine that he does.
you have to have some crazy arm strength for that to actually work, though. So like,
big time.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And another thing that no one's talking about where it comes to Roman, at least 80% of his finishes have been submissions lately.
Yeah, he has because he does that other one where the other guillotine where he gets up and jumps or wraps, does the body lock around them as well.
Yeah.
No, I mean he's changed up his whole thing. And it goes back to old school heel face dynamic theory, which is big flashy finishes with strikes are for faces and submissions are for heels.
I don't know. Charlotte was using submissions the whole gimmick.
Yeah, Charlotte's dad is Ric Flair. Of course Charlotte was using fucking submissions for her whole gimmick. The fuck are you talking about? There's okay. That's called
All
the
right.
exception that proves the rule, my friend.
All right, you're right. I'll give you that. That's definitely a dynamic.
But that's just that's a legit old head wrestling thing, which is that flashy finishes are for faces, submissions are for heels. I mean, look at the Revival. They would do strikes and stuff, but they would get into submission shit all the time too. And once again, there are the exceptions that prove the rule.
Bret Hart.
Bret Hart until WrestleMania 13. The DIY Gargano and Ciampa. They would do the dueling submissions, but once you're doing those dueling submissions, it's a lot more flashy and looks cooler.
Yeah.
Because you're both doing it to both opponents.
Yeah.
It's really good work by Roman because it becomes one of those things where I'm like he is a child of this business. Like he is a student of the game.
Yeah.
So he knows his shit.
Like Orton. Again. Student of the game, like studied it from, you know what I mean, from
multi-generational talent.
Yes. But then you got Cesaro, like mans like Cesaro who just have just like that caliber of athleticism. Like, why are you jumping so high that you can kick someone in the face when they're standing on the top rope?
Yeah.
Cesaro
is awesome.
Even for you to angle your body like that. You know how much athleticism? Yeah.
It's
like
crazy.
the feats of strength, like lifting them, like standing on the second rope and lifting them in from the outside over, pausing. And
that was one of the things. That was one of the things that Matt Riddle did in the match against New Day this week. He had Xavier Woods on the outside of the ring, right, like on the apron, and but facing the ramp. And he got up onto the second rope, put his arms under Xavier's arms, and started lifting him to German suplex him into the ring from the second rope. Not anywhere near the turnbuckles where it's stiffer, in the middle. It was crazy. He didn't finish it because as he pulled him up, Xavier slipped through the legs and got him in. It was actually an amazing reversal. Got him into the Doomsday Device position, or Frankensteiner position, whatever one you want to go with. But it was crazy. Like as he was doing, I was like, okay, Matt Riddle, like all right.
Doomsday Device faces one way, Frankensteiner faces the other way. Does it not?
I think so. I think both of them start with
They're both on the shoulders.
On the shoulder. Yeah, but nobody wants to do a move where for, more than 5 seconds the dude's junk is all up in your face like that.
No, I mean like facing, like they're facing,
Oh,
like their
like
shoulders, but they're facing the same way, but
yeah.
like one way is this way, the other way is like.
Oh, the end result. Yeah, they're
Yeah,
different moves. They're definitely
yeah,
different moves. I just meant the shoulder position.
yeah. No, that like the power bomb thing. No, I don't understand that shit. Like it's like it's like. Nah, that probably wouldn't be in my skill set. Like I thought about it one time. Like it would have to be a quick one, just quick up and not even like all the way to my face, just like to my chest and then past and then finish.
My my thing would probably be pop up power bomb because
Pop up, yeah.
Like, done.
Yep. Pop up's definitely.
Because there's no denying power bombs look gangster every time. Like
every
single time.
There's no ill pop. The sit down power bomb.
Last ride.
Hey.
Love that shit. Last ride was like particularly sick. I think that might be jackknife power bomb.
Jackknife, yeah.
Great.
The double power bomb. Don't forget the double power bomb.
I mean, double power bombs are great. Triple power bomb for the Shield. Shout out the Shield.
Yep. Yeah. Shout
out to Mox and Renee. Just had their baby girl.
Did you see how WWE did them so cold though? Didn't even mention my guy. Shout outs to they didn't even mention Moxley.
They don't. But here's the thing: they didn't need to mention either of them. Neither of them work for the company anymore.
True.
And they did. Here's what did I see? I saw somebody post about it on Twitter. Shout out to, I think it was @Tired Platypus said this, Lil Bill. She was like, because she was talking about how people were pissed off online that they didn't shout out Moxley. And he goes, shout out to Renee. We don't congratulate men for giving birth over here.
That makes sense. Okay.
I mean, fair enough.
We're doing it that way.
Yeah, I mean, you know, he's gone through some pretty hardcore deathmatch style shit, but he didn't push a baby at his dick. Like,
this is very true. It's like, no matter how hardcore you get, I don't think it gets more hardcore than childbirth. There's nothing that really.
Shout out to Renee Young.
Shout out to Renee. You know what I mean? That's
Renee Paquette.
Paquette, yeah. Man, I remember going to school up the street from where she was working when she was working at Sportsnet.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, like our paths crossed a couple of times, and then I saw her doing the Aftermath thing, and then like she went on to like after she disappeared from Aftermath, I'm like, what happened? And then you see it just pop up on Raw. It's just like, okay, you moving, you making moves. So
yeah, you doing your thing.
You doing your thing. All right, so we'd be remiss not to discuss TNA Impact, AEW, our NJPW.
Yeah, shout out to TNA. Shout out to TNA for her second mention this week. Mickie James just joined TNA. She showed up on Power last week.
Nice.
So she's chilling with her mans, Nick Aldis, or Nick Aldis rather.
Okay, all right, that's what's up.
Mm-hmm.
And then you got New Japan Pro Wrestling.
Yep.
Ring of Honor, and I feel like I missed AEW. I said that already though.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So what's going on in the world of UFC?
Korean Zombie was fight night last night.
We didn't do our predictions. Are we going to
come
back
right after this? Yeah, we'll do that right after this. It was a good card. There was some cool fights on there. Really, the big thing was Korean Zombie getting back on the winning trail.
Okay.
He'd lost his last fight, but he came in, got a 5th round decision on this one against Dan 50K Ige, who's a tough motherfucker. So shout out to Korean Zombie. Love Korean Zombie. He's just one of my favorite fighters.
Nice. So in my efforts to reclaim the Tough Talks title, I have made my predictions. as has Thili in his efforts to retain. So I guess the show after should be Retain or Reclaim.
I mean, you can't give it a name like that because that name implies that there'd be a switch at some point.
Hey, listen, man.
There's just no evidence for that.
I just know you're talking to the man who's responsible for the title change and the way the titles have changed. So they owe me one. Damn it.
Yeah. I mean,
But yeah. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. You never know. Last minute. And that's the thing. I think I bank on those last minute changes. You know what I mean? That they're notorious for.
Yeah, that's true.
So, it's just one of those things. I'm just like, yo, if I got this far, and I just pick. So we got these matches for Hell in a Cell. We're gonna start. I don't know how it's gonna start on the show, and there's gonna be a match on the pre-show that we don't know about.
Yeah, of course.
But for the ones we do know about, Lashley versus McIntyre with Lashley with MVP versus McIntyre in a Hell in a Cell match.
Yeah. I have got, I've got the almighty one, Bobby Lashley. I think this is the kind of nail in the coffin for this feud. The stipulation they set up, I think, was to really make sure that they were not going to continue on with it.
Although I've seen those stipulations cut back.
I mean, I'm not saying WWE loves continuity, or even necessarily understands it.
Oh man. But I agree with you. I think Lashley's gonna keep the title. He's got a good reign going. There's gonna be.
Yeah, he's had a whole one opponent.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Well, he's got a good. He's maintained. They're probably just trying to make up for the 16 years that they kind of dangled in front of him.
Yeah.
So I'm going with that. We have Rhea Ripley versus Charlotte, surprisingly not in a Hell in a Cell match.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. So
who do you got?
I got Charlotte.
You fool.
I know, but I know Rhea has it, but I just feel like there's something in the mix that I overlooked. And I was just like, the direction they're turning her, there's a way that she could actually get this and still have Rhea look strong for a future match.
There's definitely the opportunity to make both of them look strong coming out of this, regardless of the victory.
Yeah. And you got?
I got Rhea.
Okay. All right. Well, actually, I see that you sent me your picks. I
forgot I hadn't said it.
Yeah. We got next Bianca versus Bayley for the championship in a Hell in a Cell match.
Let's both guess at the same time on 3. 1, 2, 3. Bianca.
There's no doubting that
saw
one.
that coming.
You know what I mean? And the fact that we said it at the same time with the delay, I think Restream's actually picking up on their latency. Oh man, that's great. Okay. Coming up next, we got Alexa Bliss versus Shayna Baszler. Oh.
Sorry, 1 sec. Okay, go ahead.
Next we got Alexa Bliss versus Shayna Baszler.
Yeah, Alexa.
Definitely. She's been out for too long. She's too strong. Bring back the Fiend.
I think this is going to be the one thing from the Fiend's gimmick that they don't just decide to give to Alexa is losing on your first fucking major thing.
Yeah, or hope not, because like she's like,
she needs to win it.
If they keep her like this, you need to keep her like this up and through Halloween. And once Halloween's done, all of a sudden have her purge and go back to the regular Bliss.
Yeah, I want to see Fiend versus Alexa Bliss.
Oh my gosh!
At
the Halloween pay-per-view.
Yeah. Fucking C4 around the ring and barbed wire ropes.
Oh my gosh! Mick Foley is the referee.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's great. Okay, moving on. We got Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn in a friend versus Nacho Friend match.
Nacho Friend. All right, you go first on this one.
All right, on this one, I'm in agreement. It's Kevin Owens. You know what I mean? Like we got some Canadian content happening. It's Canada versus Canada, Quebec versus Quebec, Zayn versus Owens. These guys have known each other for as long
forever.
As you know what I mean. As long as we've been doing this and longer. So you know what I mean. They're just setting them up. I know. We're just setting them up for. Well, probably interested in wrestling as long as we have been, but doing it for much longer than we've been doing this.
Oh yeah,
you know. But yeah. So I got Owens because Owens is my dude, man. He just, and it's not to say other Canadians haven't made Canada look badass, but Kevin Owens makes us look strong. He makes us look badass. You know what I mean? Like they're not gonna watch a Kevin Owens match and then come talk to us a certain way. You know what I mean? Where a good percentage of, I even did this interview. I asked a man from the UK, what do you think it's going to take for Canada to be seen as a competitor in the global market? They're like, it's going to take people to stop making fun of them. Kevin Owens is that guy that'll get people to stop making fun of us. You know what I mean? Straight up.
I agree with that.
So, sure. Yeah. So I'm running with him. Got him on there.
Yeah, I also have Kevin Owens.
All right. And then, okay, so we only disagreed on two of them. And I think the rubber match goes to the man with the lesser accolades to bring them up. I think in the next year or two, he's going to be positioned as like a main event competitor. So I went with Cesaro.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going with Seth specifically because I feel like on the big stage for their matches, like with the matches they've had, like the 3 kind of pay-per-view matches they've had, Cesaro's come out on top.
Okay.
And you can't just have Seth lose everything.
I think it plays.
And Cesaro literally stood tall because it was a backstage segment, and Seth was sitting in a chair, like one of those director's chairs, and before he walked away, Cesaro just pushed him over, and he landed on his back. Seth has to win something again at some point. He's been losing a lot.
He has been. He lost his suit last week.
He lost his suit this week. His suit wasn't even. His suit was just a fucking black or just like a dark brown leather suit this time. I was like, "Where's the drip, man?"
That's kind of drippy. That's kind of drippy.
No, not even close.
Yeah, a leather suit, bro. It's not like a leather coat.
No. I know it is like. It has the potential to be drippy.
Yeah.
But it didn't look drippy.
Not the drippiest.
It just looked standard.
I think it's because, like, for me, like, the more color there is to it, if the colors are well together, then that adds to the vividness of the drippy. But like,
it looked like a used car salesman from Jersey.
I was gonna say, like, he had the potential to be like one of them old school high school teachers.
Yeah, he's a shim sham man.
If he had the patches on his arm, he could have been a professor.
yeah, exactly. It was not it.
Yeah. So what do you see as the main event here?
Oh, I mean, it has to be Lashley versus Drew, I think. Just because, like, sorry, of the two Hell in a Cell matches, that's the one that has the most history, like the most build sort of to it.
Oh, I want to say that it's going to be Bianca versus Bayley, but you're right. It has
Bianca versus Bayley, like we said, like it doesn't. The Hell in a Cell stipulation just seems thrown on to it to have a women's Hell in a Cell match rather than it being like these two have been going at it for so long that we have to lock them into a space to get this done.
which would be why it would have made more
Rhea and
sense if it was
Charlotte.
Rhea and Charlotte, because they have, like, down to their image, they've been battling for years.
Yeah.
So it would make sense perfectly.
Yeah.
So
Nope, agreed. I think I love Bianca. I love Bayley. I think making them the Hell in a Cell match is a mistake. If you're only going to have one of the two women's championship matches as a Hell in a Cell match, I think the one that makes most sense to have in there is Charlotte versus Rhea. I'd be very okay with both of those matches being Hell in a Cell matches, but to have Bianca and Bayley's be one and not Rhea and Charlotte's seems like a real hard misplay.
We got enough colored people fighting in cages. You need to. Y'all need to get off of that shit. We got that everywhere. So I'm just saying. Yeah. Oh man, yeah. No, it's definitely gonna be high. It's like, I don't know if it's gonna be as high caliber as even like the last pay-per-view, but it's gonna be something to watch. There's conversation.
What was the last one again?
Last one was not Money in the Bank. It was
Money in the Bank's coming up.
The Money in the Bank is the next one. Oh man. WrestleMania, then Backlash. WrestleMania Backlash.
WrestleMania Backlash. The stupidest name.
Done. Next to Great Balls of Fire.
No, it's stupider than Great Balls of Fire. Great Balls of Fire.
Some of them people on the card didn't have balls. How is it Great Balls of Fire only? I don't get it. You know what I mean?
Hey, like, ovaries are balls.
Internal balls. Does that count? Yeah, I guess that counts. Yeah, I'll count that. Okay. I rescind. I rescind.
To twist Mick Foley's old testicular fortitude into ovarian fortitude, I'm down.
Yeah.
I think that works.
Yeah, it does. It's similar functionality. Yeah.
I'm just gonna write down on my prediction page that I retained in advance, so I don't have to go in and do it later.
I'm just gonna write "and new" at the bottom of mine. There we go, with exclamation marks.
I got more exclamation marks.
All right, so we covered a lot of bases, and we still wrap this up in less than an hour and 10 minutes. We've had
I'm hungry as fuck.
We've had a good stream of followers. I want to shout out everybody that's taking the time to watch our antics. You know what I mean?
Big shout out to you guys. Thank you for watching.
Boom, CG in one side. You know what I mean? Oh yeah, that Lushy Banton shirt. If you're looking for one of those, holla at your boy. We got the Expose the North tees as well. Vibrant Arrow Macy's. R.I.P. Allen Robertson. Get your slightly intoxicated tee. WWE's making enough money, but if you want to buy me an Acknowledge Me shirt, you can hit me up at I got that.
If you want to buy me a Universal Intercontinental, or if somebody wants to build me an exact replica of the North American title, even better yet, so that I have something that other people can't get, that'd be great.
Yeah, they still don't sell it. They need to bring it back when I have the money to buy it. Sometime next year.
Yeah.
What if I go to a live event and I see it, bro? Trust me, the guala. I might guala right there. Just he go. Keep
the change, you filthy animals.
Sir, the change is only 25 cents. It's still change, isn't it, motherfucker?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh man, that's great.
Your boy ordered burgers. I am
right.
Stoked.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. What's the estimated time of delivery?
30 minutes. God damn it.
Oh man. Yeah, about the same amount of time it would have taken to cook it.
Yeah.
A
Well,
tough
more,
talk.
yeah, way less because I also got not wings. I also got onion rings and poutine and
Oh shit, that is great. That is great. Oh man, that is what's up. We are
yes.
like we got these matches set, y'all. It's 6 matches. You know what I mean? I'm looking to reclaim the Tough Talks title. Thili's looking to defend. If it's a tie, champion's advantage allows him to maintain it.
Baby.
However, we're not looking for that. We're looking for the Block to get the victory. So y'all share this link to everybody WWE. Share this link to everything WWE.
Everyone
Let them
send your
know.
condolences to the Block.
Y'all can forward those to Thili after I come back next week and new.
Nah, be.
Oh man, that's great. That is great. So I guess we'll wrap it up.
Yeah, man.
So you know where we at, and you know where we'll be. Tune in next week for the 1, 2, 3.